I'm Yusef and my friend Carlo are presenting a presentation about the real effect of the violence video games, and is it affect the behavior and the ethics of the young people or kids who play more violent video game comparing to others they are playing less violent video games. Actually, we have to thank our colleagues who present before us. They give an introduction about what is the restriction we have to make for our kids or for our people against the online games or online websites. Is it proper to make restrictions, or we have to give them a chance to play video games? We are concerned about our topics, the video games, violent video games, and how we should we watch them and prevent them from playing video games. Actually, we can see here Shankar Vadantam. He is a TV reporter, and he make two interviews with two psychologists, and surprisingly we found that for us in previous we think that every violent video game is we should avoid it, and we have to prevent our children from playing violent video games. But we surprised that some experiments show another things. We will talk about it in our presentation. Shankar Vedantam makes interview with two scientists who are specialists in psychology, and what's the behavioral change that may happen to children who play video games. The first one.
The first example that we have is work by Brad Bushman, and this experiment showing us that if some young guys are look at the violence picture, these guys don't react with violence. And this is very surprising because we always thinking about the violence was created by the video games, and surprising this is the first results of the first experiment. Then we have another experiment conducted by Ferguson.
Ferguson he actually make the same experiment with the same people who make two groups. Group with playing more violent video game, and the other group play video game but non-violent. And Bushman said that the people who play violent video game, they work more aggressive to the society. But what Ferguson said in the same experiment, not other experiment, he said, yeah, they are more aggressive, but about what? He said this is senseless. This is senseless violence. It's not real. That means that it's not affected the society, not affected the people around us. It is only imagination. That people who play more violent video game is only imaginate that they are violent, but in the real world, in the real life, they are not violent, and this does affect the society. Also, Ferguson, he is a psychologist. He said that we are mixed up things. We mix the real life with the imaginated life. It's not. It's a strong mix up. This we have to separate these two things, because the people who play video games, violent video games, will not affect the real life. The last point about the Ferguson experiment, he said that we have to concern more about the good things in the violent video games. It's give more morally, sometimes give morally ethics about how to act with the people. And we can take it from the positive way, not from the negative way.
In fact, we have a graph, a line graph, that clearly shows us the correlation and the comparison between variables about the violence and video games. On interval scales between the period of 1986 to 2008. And as indicated by the x-axis, and the y-axis show us the number of crime during the years. And we can clearly see that from the 1986, where we had a peak, the situation was falling down with a drop in 2008, and this is strange because more than we grow up, more we have more violence game, but more the violence is not correlated by the video games. So, this is...
Yes, this is the case, show us the situation, because all of us know that by the more years, that more violent video games, it's more available for everybody to play video games. And at the same time, we can notice that the violence crime rates is decreased by the years. That give us a clear hint about there's no relation between violent video games and the level of crime. And we come to the conclusion that it's controversial, still controversial. And everybody, I think if we make vote for us in the class, maybe we are not, we are disagree. Some people will disagree because some people think that violent video games affect people, and some other think that it's not affected by violent video games. But our advice that for the companies that they make violent video games, they try to restrict the amount of violent video game, and for special age, it's above 18 or at least above 15, that the people who can differentiate between the good things and the bad things in video games.
And this is also a common conclusion between Ferguson and Bushman.
Okay.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you.